I am recording this video to do a quick rundown of how we are going to be taking trades, how I generate the signals that I send to you guys on a daily basis. That is, if I send on a daily basis. I am not changing the methods. I am not changing the strategy that we've always used. I am just doing this to make it clear to everyone in case of re-entries, in case of missed signals, in case of your own trades, so you can spot your own setups. You don't always have to depend on me. There are not many adjustments. In fact, there are not any changes in the strategy that we've always used here at Nice Pips. We are just making some few adjustments based on market sentiments, based on accuracy, and based on risk and reward of our trades. Okay, fine. I have not done videos in a long time. This is Loish from Nice Pips speaking, and I hope I find you well. Let's get started. I trade gold when it comes to currency pairs. If not, I only trade GBP USD. So it's either gold or GBP USD at a very less extent. Other than that, I trade on binary, deriv. I am not sponsored by deriv. Everything that I do, I am not sponsored by deriv. But I do recommend deriv as a broker to trade either currency pairs, either metals or synthetic indices, considering the fact that they are the only broker worldwide with 25 years of experience that can offer you synthetic indices. So if you are not part of deriv broker, you can always, I will leave a link in the description so you can join deriv broker. With that being said, let's get started. Looking in front of me, I see an XAU USD 1 month chart, and it's fully bullish. If I'm looking into it, what makes it fully bullish is the fact that I do have swing highs that are being broken and swing lows that are being rejected. I'm talking about these swing lows being rejected, and I'm also talking about these swing highs being broken. I remember last day I used to tell you guys that swing higher highs and higher lows and higher highs and higher lows. I am not changing that idea, but I'm trying to avoid such circumstances whereby we do have lows right here and then they are broken. Now we have a lower low, but then the trend still continues. So instead of looking at this as a lower low or a higher low, I will look into it as lows that are being rejected. So we see price rejecting lows and breaking highs. We see price rejecting lows like this and breaking highs, the previous high right here. We see price rejecting lows and breaking highs, and the trend continues. My secret, my personal secret to trading is price always move to fill. This is not my personal secret. I'll leave this very clear. It's something that I've learned in the course of trading with some ICT concept and other concepts that I also mix up with my own. Market is always trying to fill gaps and grab liquidity. That is all that I look for. I might want to do dinky dally on videos, making them long and all that stuff, but I am always looking into price filling gaps and grabbing liquidity. Let's look into the trades that we took together this month, which is this monthly candle. Most of which were bullish. We see monthly price opens right here and trades all the way down. When price was down here, I was targeting either these lows right here or these highs right here. But since I'm in a bearish trend, pardon that, I avoid sells at all cost. I avoid sell setups because I wouldn't want to go against the trend. A wise trader once said to me, this is C. Russell from RCG, shout out to him. He told me that the trend is likely to continue, is more likely to continue than it is to reverse. I value those words a lot. So enough talking, let's look into it. If I look into the candles, I want to go right into the opening, and this is where our monthly open. And I also want to put this line right here to show that this is our monthly, the beginning of Monday to September 2024. Now, why am I marking the opening? Because we do have a concept that we follow that we've always valued and we've always respected. It's a concept that was left by those who came before us, those who are way better than us, those who actually authored these methods, which is accumulation, manipulation, and we have price going all the way to distribute. And we always want to look for stop hunt before we take any trades, which is super important. And this is what we're gonna be looking into right here. As far as the trend is concerned, this is as far as the trend is concerned. I will also look into the entries, but this is as far as the trend is concerned. So if price is below the opening in a bullish environment or in a bullish order flow, I am looking for buy setups. If I drop this down to a daily, just by doing this, price is way below. Remember, this is not live market. This is me showing you the trades that we already took. So some of the trades, if you are in the Telegram channel, which I will leave the link in the description, you will see these trades. And some of those who traded with me, you will be familiar with the setups and the signals that we send. So I'm going to drop to a daily chart just by marking where the month actually began and the monthly open all the way down. Okay, so Monday was on the 2nd. That's why this month starts on the 2nd, not on the 1st, because Sundays market don't operate. So now look, if you look into the monthly open right here, price creates a high, creates a low. This is the first day. The second day opens right here, trades all the way down, fires all the way down. So the fact that we are down here, we start looking for opportunities. We start looking for trading clues that the market always leave. Remember what we say, we're looking for accumulation, manipulation. We want price to clear lows, then go all the way up. We have this low right here, which was cleared all the way down here. We also have an order block right here. Now, I remember we always used to look into an order block as the last down closing candle, which is not wrong, but it is not accurate. Right now, we don't want to look into it as the last down closing candle, but we want to look into it as a block of those down closing candles. So what we have right here is an HTF key level. An HTF key level. In this case, we are looking into an order block, a war order block. So we see price clearing stops left by this low right here, as well as visiting this order block right here. So from this point onwards, we are now looking for entries. Now, what do we base our entries on? I would like to base my entries as ICT marker doesn't actually does it in the 2022 entry models. How did I understand it? Not how he does it, how I understood from his teachings. I want to see accumulation. I want to see price breaking, then coming all the way back and trading all the way up. I don't know how I could just do. This is a sketch diagram. So yeah. So this, I just want to look into it as some form of accumulation on a daily basis, which left a high right here. And if this high here is broken following some certain conditions, it's not enough to just create a high with a wick or stuff. There are some conditions that we actually follow, like a candle actually closing above the high with speed and distance. We will look into that when we go to a lower time frame, like a 15-minute or an ideal time frame that you can actually take an entry based on risk and reward and your account size and stuff. So when price breaks like this, I'm not entering right here. I'm waiting for some PDRA, like another order block right here. But the best place that I would like to consider, according to my own understanding, would be the fair value gap. A fair value gap, because remember I said the secret that I tend to have found out within everything that I've learned is price is always looking into clearing liquidity and filling the gap. So this is a point where I want to take entries. So after a break, I want to see price going all the way down, filling any gap that might be involved down there, then trading all the way up. Perfectly fine so far. I'll remove this. I will remove this. Now, if you see this, it's going down. We have a high right here, broken with distance and time, and price comes back. And we will look into how this would definitely look like in a smaller time frame or a reasonable time frame that we can actually take entries. I will drop all the way down to a 1 hour time frame. I wouldn't want to go to a 4 hour time frame. In fact, we could go to a 4 hour time frame, but after we see this, I want to see an order flow. Like we see 2 down closing candles, market price goes all the way up, visits them. This is all I look for in a 4 hour time frame. We have this, market prices all the way up, revisits this down closing candle, and market pulls up. But there is an interesting fact here. When price goes all the way down, takes out key levels, takes out stops from these lows, visits a key level, we have this a shift in market structure. We have it break with speed and distance, which leaves us with this down closing candle as our change in the state of delivery. As change in the state of delivery, that is, if our price has been going up, we are now expecting it to start going. If our price has been going down like this, we are now expecting it to start going up. So this candle is our change in the state of delivery, and we see it being revisited all the way down here, and price starts to go up. And we can now start considering order flow. Like for example, if these 2 down closing candle, market trades up, visits them all the way up, and all that, and so forth. And after having these scenarios, this order block stops making sense to us, because you wouldn't want to see price coming here and sell. That wouldn't make some kind of sense. Sense coming from the highest time frame that we were looking into, that is the monthly. I want to drop all the way down to an hour time frame so that we see accumulation, manipulation, distribution. Remember, this is our change in the state of delivery. So yeah, just for you to remember. And I'm not talking about the H4 time frame, is in our daily intraday trading setups. Now let's look into things: accumulation, manipulation, and price does its thing. I will remove this for the sake of neatness, but let's just know that whenever price came here, it visited a higher time frame key level. Cool. I'm also going to remove this for the sake of neatness, and I'm also going to remove where monthly open. I might leave this, I might need it. For the sake of neatness, let me remove it. Not actually neatness, but for visibility, because you guys need to understand what I'm doing right here. If you look into things, this is Friday to September, Monday to September, it's exactly right here. So I'll move this to exactly Monday to September. Right here. And if you see, I want to put a line where Monday ends. This is where Monday ends, right here. Then I also want to put another line where Tuesday ends. Tuesday ends, right here. And where Wednesday ends. Wednesday, then all the way up. Now, if you look into Monday, price was playing around this range from this high and right here, and we see price accumulating orders. By accumulation, we have a whole day of price just playing around this range, not giving us a clear or visible move of distance and like speed and distance. We don't see context, we only see price playing around this area. So a Monday like today, this is one of the reasons why I don't trade especially if it's the beginning of the month and it's on a Monday, because I'm expecting accumulation. Then we see price striking down that area of accumulation, inducing sales according to some of the way I understand, and it left a swing low right here and traded all the way up. Whenever price leaves a swing low, I want to consider that area as a point of liquidity that price has to come and clear. So I'll put an X like this to indicate liquidity. You've seen this in the channel most of the time. So we see price now coming back to clear. Now, why would I want to take a buy? What kind of clearance do I want to see? Because this is what I called rejecting the lows. We see price firing those lows, but still it does not give us a down closing candle below the lows. So this is a possible significance that price might just be clearing the stops, sell stops below this low right here, in price start trading all the way up. And when it trade all the way up, all the way to this high right here, we see this price does not fire the highs right here. It only takes stops, then start going. When it does this, I do not consider this a shift in the structure, because for a shift in the structure, remember I said I want to see price closing with distance and speed. So when this happened, at least when this happened, I did not enter. And by the way, I'm also waiting for price to come all the way down, give me context. But when this happened, my lows have been, my highs have been broken. Now I'm waiting for price to come and fill in some gaps or something. Now, considering the gaps ahead, one right here, which is already filled, perfect. I also have another gap right here, which price ended up coming. And also I have these down closing candles, which are a significant point of liquidity, PDRA. There are some terms in ICT that I still don't know how to use yet, but I do know how to follow some things according to my own understanding. So when price taps this down closing candle, I am looking for it to start going all the way up. And as we can see, down closing candle, for every down closing candle, we start getting a sharp movement up. Down closing candle, we get sharp movement. Down closing candle, sharp movement all the way up. Down closing candle, sharp movement, and order flow continued. How would an entry look like? Let's assume on a day like this, an entry would just look like me having, because now I know where my trend is going. I know that I should be bullish. No matter how I want to look into things, I should be bullish. I want to see circumstance of price firing highs. I want to see price firing the highs, and I want to see price clearing the highs and trading back to fair value gaps, something like this. Let's look for a perfect. I'm looking for a perfect, a good day that we actually entered. Let me open Telegram. Let's open Telegram so that we look into a trade that we actually took together. Like this one right here, which we took on a Monday. We will look into it. We took this on a Friday, pardon that. And if you are not in this channel, please feel free to join it. It's Nice Pips Market Maker Mozambique. I will leave the link in the description. Let's just look into this buy right here. Okay, we see right here, we already knew that it was going up. We did not have a significant setup. We did not have any unfilled fair value gap. We did not have any unsolved low. We see these lows all being cracked out. We see the lows being cracked out. All right, we see lows being cracked out. So to me, it was fine. I see all of these down closing candles right here is a block that I am waiting for price to come and tap back into. So when price traded all the way up, like we saw, when price traded all the way up, I knew that this was a perfect entry for me. I could have waited for it to come to the 50%, but this was a perfect entry for me because of these down closing candles right here. We see price came back, tap back into those down closing candles, and with distance and speed, we had price trading all the way above. to our TP, which was some liquidity that was above some highs all the way around there. A sell setup could look something like this, where we have this accumulation, we have a low price fires down the low, and we have a fair value gap right here, and price visits this fair value gap, which is an entry model. But I will do another video specifically based on entries. This is a video just to look into ideas, or to so that we are all aligned. We don't just follow signal, but we are all aligned with what I am looking into, what I am seeing before I actually took trades. The Friday entry was actually right down here, and this was a very satisfactory trade to me and to some of those who learned from it, and some of those who actually took the trade. And I remember I sent a poll to you guys, and we had good feedback. With that being said, this is Louis from Nice People speaking, and peace.